G'day everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have typical, another Shimpaku. I love Shimpaku and you can see why. This is a very interesting piece of material. I've been trying to study this tree for a while, trying to understand what I'm going to do with it. Now the thing with it, it's actually a multi. It's got a lot of trunks. It's got probably 5 trunks in there. 1, 2, 3, a small one at the back, 4, 5. So now, if it was all the trunks start about that far off the ground, so the trunk grows for about that much, and then it's got 5 long trunks. Now, if people like clump style bonsai, which could look really good as well, the clump I think needs to start at the ground level. So you really need to start there, but because there's this decent sized trunk before that, that's what I'm thinking is a problem with this being a clump style tree. Now it's really people's choice, I guess. My choice, my what I like to see is if that was there, yep, no worries, easy clump style, no problem. But because it's got a decent chunk, I have to think about what I want this tree to look like, and remove some of those trunks. Now, I'm always an advocate of air layering, and the weather is turning out perfect now, starting to get really warm, and I've done some air layers on other trees, and the cambium is just peeling off easily, which means to me it's ready to start air layering trees, air layering Shimpaku especially. Now, what do we do? Now, I hope you guys can see in there pretty clearly. So I'll just try and, oops, I can't really do that, but let me try and part the ways. There's a nice sized trunk here, it's not too thick. There's a very straight one at the back here with 2 nice little bits of trunk. There's a really good good movement one in here with some nice diagonally zigzag movements, some nice branches in there as well. There's this one out here which is very heavy and it's got that bow kind of look, so not probably the best trunk. And there's a little small one at the back here which we could use as well. So what I was thinking is, what do I think is not going to work? What do I need to eliminate? I think this trunk has to go. It's never going to be good. I'm never going to bend that thickness of a trunk, and it's got that bow in it, which I don't like, and it's coming out of the trunk at a funny angle. So this guy's got to go. Now, what do I do with it? Let's talk one trunk at a time. Now, I'll bring it in here. I'll show you. It's very straight. It's got some nice little side branches. Because it's got a low branch in here, I can probably put an air layer in there and put an air layer there and have a nice big tree here as well, because I've got that branch there, so I can have, if I air layer it there, I can make a tree out of that one, and if I can go further up I can probably air layer some of this nice big trunk here as well. So probably 2 air layers in there. I could probably put one down here and take all that, and one bit further up, maybe there's a nice two little trunks in there. Oh, a third one actually. Maybe I can do even a clump style there. That's a nice. I'll try and show you that. And maybe I could do a three trunk there, and I can make my own clump style with 3 tree. See that? Hopefully you guys can see that. So there's an option. So I can create 2 trees from the 1 trunk, and that's probably what I'm going to do today with that, because I want to eliminate that trunk. All right. What else? So now let's look at the other trunks. Now I actually really like the movement of the middle one. It's got a good thickness. It's actually moving quite well. It's got a bit of a diagonally look. It does have nice branch in here. If I can part that away, there's a branch in here and a branch in here that is still quite flexible. There's 2 branches, and I can create a tree out of that. So whatever that looks like, I think that middle one will stay. That middle one will stay in there. It's got a nice branch there and a nice branch there. It does have a very heavy. I'll try and show you. It's got a very heavy back one over here. It's really heavy. It's really heavy and not very going to be any good. So air layer. I'm going to air layer that off. It's also got a big wound in there, so I'm not sure how that's going to go. So I'm just going to air layer that off and see what we can do and play with in the future. So take that. That's 3 air layers now. Okay, so we dealt with 2 trunks. Got 3 air layers. Now this trunk here has interest. I think it's got a bit of interest. It's still flexible. and bendable for me. Look, I can easily maneuver it. And there's a nice little trunk at the back here, which is nicer as well. So I might keep that. Definitely going to keep that little one at the back. Definitely going to keep the middle one in there. And I'm thinking I want to keep that in here as well. I want to try and keep that as well. Still got 3. Now I'm thinking this will be a nice twin trunk, but we'll see what happens. Could be even a 3 at that point, something a bit more interesting. Because I looked at this one at the back here, and again it's very straight here. I won't be able to bend that. But I do have a couple of nice little trees possibility in here. So air layer, I've got that option. I've got a branch in here that will keep those air layers strong and healthy. So another 2. So we're up to 5 air layers. So 5 air layers there off this one tree. I might put some wire on this and bend these bits up because they're quite long and elongated, and we want to get them twisted up and looking really funky. So yeah, so another trunk gone. So 2 trunks will be eliminated easily. I've got 2 main ones and 1 smaller one that I'll keep for now. What I want to try and do is get some movement into this trunk. Now, if I can get some movement to follow that one, I can create 2, like maybe a twin trunk off to this side, something like that, something a bit more interesting, something a bit more cool and funky. But that's the kind of projects you want to look at and want to have options, and you've got to study the tree. Now, I hate wasting, so I hate chopping things off and throwing them out. I take cuttings as much as I can, especially for Shimpaku. But in this case, I really want to air lay this tree. I'll see how many air layers I can get off today. I'm planning to do lots of air layers. I've done on another video, another juniper that you've probably just seen, a really nice one. I did 5 off that tree. So now's the perfect time to air layer Shimpaku. I've just find the cambium pulls off really easily now, and it's really good. So I'm not going to show you the technique of air layering. I've done it many times, and have a look at my previous videos. There's lots of them where you ring bark it and peel the cambium off. It's very easy, and then wrap it in sphagnum moss and plastic. So very easy to do. Just repeat. Just keep doing it over and over again. So plan today, air layer. Put the air layers on. And then wire this trunk to see if I can match the bend in this one over here. So that's the thinking. I might do a lot of cleanup as well. Clean up all the foliage that is dying or not so healthy, a bit weak. So get rid of all that. Get rid of the foliage that if there's 2 branches in here, there's a little bit of a tuft that comes through here. Get rid of those things. Peel them back. But yeah, that's the plan today. So let's get to cracking on this project tree. Sorry guys, so I realised a bit too late that I had the video a bit too high and you couldn't see the base of the tree, but anyway, it's a bit hidden anyway, so I just lowered it down now. Hopefully you can see from about there onwards. So what I've done is I've gone ahead and, as I mentioned, I've wired this trunk. Now I've tried to wire it, pushed it back in a little bit to the main trunk, and then bent it back this way towards the top. So it gives you, instead of a bowed look, it's got a bit more closer and then comes back out this way, away from what's going to eventually be the apex. Now I haven't done any air layers yet. I haven't air laid. I'm going to air lay that, but I've taken the top and I've wired that down. So I've wired 1 branch into here and then 1 branch into there. So in the end, it's going to be something like that. There's going to be a tree on this side and then there's a tree on this side. So it looks like a twin trunk. That's my thinking now at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead now and prepare some air layers and do some air layers. So I did clean up some of these trunks and some of these branches. Now, unfortunately, these 3 here, if I turn at the back, there's actually a big wound. So if I tried to air layer that, because it's dead there, it won't form roots on that side. So I thought I'd be on the air of caution and I'll probably air layer those 2 because it's a bit skinny. I'll let that develop a bit more, and then air layer, leave that one probably for the air layer I'm going to do down here. So it could be I might have this as an apex or something. We can deal with it in the future. So I'll do 2 in there, 1 in there, so 1, 2, 3 in there. That's the 3rd one. And then I've cleaned up over here. So I've got 4 and 5. These 2, 4 and 5. So I might just put a bit of wire on that one and bend it a little bit. But I want to make sure that's clear so I can air layer it. And then the big guy at the back, so it's 6. So I'll be doing 6. So you can see that's going to be gone. So I'm going to be doing 6 air layers on this tree today. So that's really what I do. And there's 6 more trees in a few months' time that I can work with and play with. Oh, well, I'll plant them out, and then another 6 months after that I can play with them and do different things with them. In a way, these little trees that you air layer off come for free in a way. So don't be in a rush to final design a tree and cut everything off and not have anything to play with. This enables you to play and have more trees in the future if you just take a little bit of time and a bit of patience to develop some air layers and take them off the tree. So there you go. Anyway, so I'm going to get stuck into it, put some air layers on, and yeah, I'll come back and show you the result. Okay everyone, so what I've done is I've put air layers on this tree. So there's 2 branches that are going off this way. They've got an air layer and air layer. Then at the front I've air layered those 2 tall ones. I haven't wired them yet. I could do it. I'm just waiting. We'll see what happens. I might actually let them grow, let them root out, and then once I take them off, then I'll wire it and then I'll plant it. So that's probably what I'll be doing there. I just don't want to keep moving this around just in case, because I've taken the cambium off. The structure of the branch isn't as strong anymore. So we'll do that. So there's one down there, the big one over here for the rest of this tree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 small ones, and then the big one in here. So you can see that. So that's 6 air layers there I've taken off that tree. As I mentioned before, very good way to create new trees and on the cheap. And these are nice little, you can make nice little contorted little minis. If you're into minis, that's what I'm really enjoying with the Shimpakus. I prefer smaller trees with the Shimpaku junipers. So yeah, that's how I would attempt take this tree on. Ultimately there's going to be a tree here with this branch and the middle one in there. Now it's a bit hidden, but I've put some structural wiring in just to bend those branches that I'm going to keep in place. That's the thinking right now. Once these air layers are done and come off, then I'll look at the tree again, see what else needs to happen. So it's a bit of a process, but a very good process, enjoyable process, especially with future creation of certain trees. So that's what I want to share with you with this tree. I'm eliminating the branches that I don't need, not by just cutting them off, by actually creating a new tree. So that's what I think. Take your time. That's why I think, it's good to have stock plants so you can take air layers off, and ultimately that tree will become, a bonsai eventually. But in the interim, let's get as much trees as we can out of the one tree. So that's 6 possible new trees if they all take, which they should be no problems. And then the main tree, that's 7. Plus I know there's probably a couple more air layers in there eventually as well. So, you can count up to 10 trees from the one stock plant. And then, even thinking maybe one of these branches will keep growing. I'll let it keep growing and take more air layers of that. So it gets endless. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Something a bit different. Well, I like to create trees, so we'll see what happens. Create little air layers. Create little minis so you can see once that comes off, I bend that into shape. Nice little contorted tree. There's lots of potential. Anyway guys, I think that's enough for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe as always and click the little bell icon so you can get email notifications when I put new videos up. See you next time.